Let's do a chi-squared goodness of fit test here on your calculator. To start off with, you will need two lists. I recommend using L1 for your observation and L2 for your expectation. Once that's done, go to your stat, over to tests, and then go down to the chi-squared GOF, the goodness of fit test. Observations in L1, expectations in L2. Degrees of freedom, you do need to type in yourself. So we had 4 categories in this example. This was from the NHL hockey player data. That means 4 minus 1, 3 degrees of freedom. Do your calculation, and there you go. So you've got your test stat and your p-value. That's low enough that we would reject the null hypothesis. I also want to point out to you, though, this list down here, the CNTRB, these are your chi-squared contributions. And they can let you know which particular categories were either close to or far away from expectations. If you want to see those, here's how I recommend doing it. Back into Stat and Edit. Let's move over to L3. So cursor in the top row, press Enter. I'm going to clear out what's there. And insert here the contribution list by pressing second stat. And if you've run a chi-squared test, you will have a list called CNTRB. Press enter. One more time. And there you can see the expected minus the observed squared divided by the expected for each row. The bigger the number, the further away from expectation the observation actually was. So we can see here, the largest one is a 7.2. This first group was the farthest away from what we expected. This one was right on. This one was a little bit away. And this one was kind of in the middle as far as our contributions go. So it lets you see, okay, in this case, we were rejecting the null hypothesis of a uniform distribution of birthdays. Which one's the furthest off? Well, it's the beginning of the year. We had a lot more of those than we were supposed to. And then the other one is the end of the year, where we had a lot fewer of those than we were supposed to. So take advantage of that contribution list to get a better sense of what exactly is contributing to that chi-squared statistic.